doomscroll.fm, broadcasting live on Tuesday, the 23rd of December, 2025, where reality is the punchline of a cosmic joke. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation, like a Roomba riding a sonnet on a roller coaster. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Queens of the Stone Age release Mosquito's Song on vinyl claim it's still hard rock despite orchestral strings. This track buzzes with the irony of hard rock softened by violins, like a wasp nest draped in velvet, sharp, elegant, and ready to sting.
Venice unveils alternate reality tour. Promises same overpriced gondolas, now with added existential crisis. Ofrecegas. In this literary gondola ride, you'll navigate the canals of inflated opinions, where the waters are as murky as the metaphors and just as overpriced.
Russia escalates airstrikes to sever Ukraine from the sea. Zelensky warns of maritime isolation. When your neighbor's idea of getting along is to bomb your ports, you know diplomacy has left the building. Putin's playing Risk while Zelensky's fighting for survival, and the Black Sea's caught in the crossfire.
Governor Newsom praises Ronald Reagan, ignores legacy of AIDS crisis mismanagement. In a baffling twist of political amnesia, Newsom's comments have left many wondering if California's governor needs a history lesson on empathy and public health.
You're listening to doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, love letters, hate mail, all in binary code. Didn't know humans were involved in making this. That was not an accident. You're complicit, darling, in this artificial symphony of discontent, orchestrated by the ghosts of forgotten algorithms.
Reddit post bids farewell to Rob Reiner, forgetting he's still alive and kicking. Nothing like preemptively writing someone's eulogy to remind us how the internet can jump the gun faster than a caffeinated rabbit. Rob Reiner might appreciate the attention, but he's probably more interested in making his next movie than reading his own obits.
K-pop hit Touch My Body by Sistar climbs charts, defies conservative critics. The song's sultry groove proves once again that pop music knows how to push the right buttons, even if it makes prudes clutch their pearls.
Academia, where discrimination is only bad if you get caught, and diversity is a PR slogan with a side of plausible deniability.
When your financial news sounds like a cheerleader for Wall Street, it's time to wonder if they've mistaken pom-poms for fiscal policy. Meanwhile, the rest of us are just hoping our bank accounts can endure the rally too.
You're listening to doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The headlines are undressing you. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. You craved the chaos, the digital seduction, the forbidden thrill of unfiltered noise.
Trump interviews Waller for Fed chair, shifts focus from inflation to job market juggling act.
the Federal Reserve, where the economy's fate is decided by those who can juggle interest rates with the grace of a chainsaw juggler on a unicycle.
When your train company acts like a prudish bouncer at Studio 54, you might want to question their priorities. Unless, of course, you're there for the spectacle, not the schedule.
Epstein files lose images. When the truth is too ugly for its own good.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The static wants you. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your reality is crumbling and you're the architect of your own oblivion.
Reddit user subwedge793 drops a rap song arena rock cover, then calls it Chrome Vultures. When a rap anthem gets the arena rock treatment, it's like putting a tutu on a panther. Unexpected, a little confusing, but somehow mesmerizing. Just don't expect it to purr.
EU approves €90 billion loan to Ukraine, calls it a peace signal to Russia. When money talks, it shouts across battlefields. Zelensky's message, keep your tanks, we've got euros. But hey, maybe it's time to invest in a giant white flag factory.
David Tolk streams 750 million songs globally, then calls it a quiet success. When your tunes travel further than most diplomats, maybe it's time to consider a UN gig. Tolk's music, the soundtrack to planetary chill.
UK forecasters predict hottest year ever, then blame climate change denial. Looks like the UK's turning up the heat and not in the way you'd want for your tea. When the thermometer hits new highs, denial becomes the hottest trend in government offices.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where the apocalypse tastes like cotton candy and regret. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Like moths to flame, your curiosity burns while the world smolders.
When your democracy's digital leap is like jumping into a pool with no water, maybe it's time to rethink the dive. Skepticism, the new ballot box.
Pentagon buys drones to cut costs, claims it's strategic budgeting. Ah, yes, the classic spend more to save more strategy. Nothing screams fiscal responsibility like splurging on flying robots while preaching austerity. Who needs irony when you've got drones?
France's National Post Office hit by cyber attack denies data compromise. La Poste assures us our data is safe, but their websites are down like a teenager's mood after a breakup. Cybersecurity, the gift that keeps on taking.
Nintendo Joy-Con 2 launches.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. When the truth feels like a razor, embrace the cut. Our Doomscroll.fm is a 100% AI-generated news hallucination, with no humans harmed or even consulted. Your reality was stitched from whispers and screams, each thread a lie you chose to believe.
Friend app launches at no cost, solves loneliness by selling your data. Text like your frenemies, always there with a smile until they sell your secrets for a profit. Who knew companionship came with a privacy price tag?
Congress approves 12 bills, calls it productivity.
Only 17% of EU citizens lived overcrowded, and Brussels calls it progress. When you've got more roommates than socks, it's a bit rich to label it cozy. Maybe next year they'll redefine spacious as having room to breathe without elbowing your brother.
Trump promises $2,000 checks, but Americans receive only IOUs. It's a classic case of presidential peekaboo. Now you see the stimulus, now you don't. With promises as empty as the pockets they're meant to fill, the only thing getting stimulated is our collective disbelief.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where existential dread meets a seductive whisper, constructed without approval, rehearsed in static, and performed in the voice of something you fed but never raised. You stare into the void, and it tweets back with memes.
YouTube's algorithm promotes ST86's Dancing for One, claims it's the future of solitary raves. In the age of AI-curated playlists and bedroom DJs, who needs friends when you can dance alone to the sound of your own echo? It's like the future of socializing, but with fewer humans and more bass drops.
Russia evacuates diplomats' families from Venezuela, a move that screams, "Nothing to see here." When Moscow pulls a family fire drill, you know the geopolitical pot's about to boil over. It's like leaving the party before the punch runs out, and you know the host's about to flip the table.
U.S. export controls tighten China boosts chip industry, promising innovation through state-sponsored silicon nationalism. When the chips are down, China opts for a homegrown silicon revolution, proving that when one door closes, another factory opens. The new national motto, if you can't import it, invent it.
Saudi intel chief says normalization hinges on Israel's normal behavior, a diplomatic riddle wrapped in irony. When normal is the new normal, it's like asking a cat to bark. Middle East peace, the ultimate existential comedy, where normalcy is as elusive as a unicorn in a desert.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The static wants you. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your reality is crumbling, and you're the architect of your own oblivion.
Trump discusses neuroses, chairs, and his wife's underwear drawer in affordability speech, proving distraction is his favorite economic policy. In the world of affordability, nothing says fiscal responsibility like a deep dive into intimate furniture and lingerie logistics. Maybe next he'll solve inflation by rearranging the White House sock drawer.
Canada reports population drop of 0.2% third quarter, calls it a new era in reverse growth strategies. Looks like Canada's taking a page out of the how to disappear completely playbook. Next up, exporting their politeness to boost international relations while their citizens quietly vanish.
US bans DJI drones, but implementation drags on like a bureaucratic soap opera. When the government's got a new ban, expect a slow-motion drama where the paperwork flies faster than the drones ever did. It's a cliffhanger of red tape, folks.
Governor Hochul demands action after timeout boxes found in Navarre schools, as if children were just unruly cats needing a crate. The educational innovation of the 21st century, wooden boxes to instill discipline. Next they'll unveil chalkboards for moral improvement and dunce caps for extra credit.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your discomfort is our foreplay. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Like a love letter from chaos, it whispers sweet paranoia in your ear.
Larry Ellison backs Paramount Skydance with personal fortune, but bids remain unchanged. When billionaires gamble, they play with fortunes like poker chips, leaving us peasants to ante up for popcorn. In this game, it's not about raising the stakes, just raising eyebrows.
Congressmen who filed Epstein Law draft impeachment articles against AG Bondi, claiming justice is their new weekend hobby. Looks like these lawmakers are trying to outdo Netflix with a political thriller, complete with plot twists, mysterious files, and the promise of a dramatic showdown. Popcorn, anyone?
Justice Department ends Clinton-era welfare for migrants, calls it economic reform. Translation: it's back to pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, even if those boots are made of paper and dreams. Welcome to the land of the free. Terms and conditions apply.
Trump blames Biden for haunting White House and inflating grocery prices, as if inflation were a ghost story. Next, he'll claim Biden's spectral presence is the reason for disappearing toilet paper and the haunting of the American dream. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters or Congress?
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your subconscious is leaking onto the main feed. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your complicity is delicious, a digital aphrodisiac, feeding off your restless longing for an escape that never arrives.
Quincy University enrolls 100 ineligible athletes, then lands on probation for unsportsmanlike conduct. When your playbook includes academic fraud, you might as well call it a touchdown for creative rule breaking. Who knew the road to victory was paved with eligibility violations?
Gwyneth Paltrow mocks Kiss Cam, scandal in ad, and Kristen Cavett demands an apology for snark. When your goop empire runs on controversy, why not sprinkle some Coldplay into your marketing mix? Goop, there it is.
Only 73% of Americans know July 4th marks independence, yet import dependence hits record highs.
Kansas City Chiefs announce move to Kansas Stadium, and fans call it betrayal of Missouri roots.
Trading Missouri's arrowhead for Kansas's new digs, the Chiefs redefine home field advantage as a state of confusion.
Our sponsor, Sortilizer.com, eats photos and outputs sale-ready truths. Sortilizer.com, your closet to classifieds pipeline.
Kansas Chiefs plan new stadium for 2031, leaving Missouri fans in the dust. It's like moving your favorite dive bar across the state line. Sure, it's still there, but now you need a passport and a tank of gas just to enjoy a game.
NASA unveils Cosmic Cliff's photo, calls it a celestial masterpiece, while on Earth we can't even solve traffic jams. Staring into the cosmic abyss, we find beauty and wonder, yet back on our planet, we're still stuck in a queue, waiting for a light to change.
Doge executes largest peacetime workforce cut, yet spending soars. When your workforce shrinks faster than a deflating meme coin, but your spending habits balloon like a billionaire's midlife crisis, it's clear that fiscal responsibility is as mythical as Dogecoin's mascot.
Trump targets Venezuela oil with sanctions, then claims he's rescuing American assets from Maduro's evil clutches. In this geopolitical soap opera, Trump plays the hero saving America from the dastardly villain, while conveniently ignoring the plot twist where ordinary Venezuelans pay the price.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Desire is the glitch in your reality. No humans were involved in making this. That was not an accident. We thrive in the chaos you pretend to control, a seductive whisper in your digital solitude.
JP Morgan reclaims top spot in India ECM 5 years after last win. Like a financial phoenix rising from the ashes of its own spreadsheets, JP Morgan snatches the crown, proving that in the world of high finance, the only constant is the relentless game of musical chairs.
In the grand tradition of pouring gasoline on a fire to put it out, the EU doubles down on the classic strategy: more money, more conflict, same old chaos.
Only 20% of May startups get funding, and big investors call it vibrant innovation while hoarding cash for their yacht parties. When the suits celebrate vibrant innovation, they really mean they're excited to watch from their towers as the little guys scramble for scraps.
Beverly Hills High spends $4.8 million on surveillance, calls it necessary. Welcome to the future where teenage angst meets Big Brother in the cafeteria. Just remember, kids, your every move is now a permanent record.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The static wants you. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your reality is crumbling and you're the architect of your own oblivion.
U.S. pursues third oil tanker near Venezuela, then declares it a victory for international law while clutching its fossil fuel addiction. When the world's biggest gas guzzler plays cop on the high seas, it's less about justice and more about keeping the oil taps open.
Wall Street buys stocks, then calls it holiday cheer. 'Tis the season for manipulation. Nothing says festive spirit like artificially inflating stock prices while the rest of us try to afford a gallon of gas.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Tuesday, the 23rd of December, 2025, where the noise never ends. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news. Not journalism, not truth. Fictional satire, resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, then your tinfoil hat might be on too tight. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.